Well, being that I'm a career law enforcement person and I do have daughters and granddaughters, I do feel better that things are getting reported now. Because the simple fact is, you can't react to something unless you actually get a report of it. And we always knew that the crime stats were there, but you can only go so much on rumors. You have to have actual facts of when thing occurred. A number of the number of crimes that are reportable has risen, but the number of actually incidences probably they spiked a little bit. The simple fact is, again, I mentioned to you before, if it happened off campus or it happened on campus, that's things that you're reportable to the Department of Education. But if it happens off campus and it's a per student, we still interact with the New York City Police Department. We still act with the Mount Pleasant Police Department, the Briarcliff Police Department, and also the state troopers, because we're kind of in the middle here. So we do interact with all of them, and we do assist on any reportable crime period that occurs, either on campus or off campus involving pay students. We cooperate quite well. Yes.
If a student is arrested, are you involved, or is your department involved in what happens with that student as far as punishment, as far as if they get expelled, suspended, maybe they're banned from campus, that sort of thing?
That usually comes from the dean's office. We will supply them with documentation, like our incident report if it happened on campus, or if the police notify us, we do an incident report again and do a follow-up, and that will get forwarded on to the dean. The dean usually makes all of those decisions.
How often is there a security officer in that booth?
From 10 at night to 6 in the morning every night, and the entire weekend. Saturday, Friday night, 10 o'clock, all the way through Monday morning at 6. And then we'll close like entrances 1 and 2 and force everybody to come in entrance 3.
Why not during the day, though?
Because you have 3 entrances. And the simple fact is we did counts many years ago. It's been empty for probably 15 years now. The simple fact is we were doing a tally of how many people stopped, how many people got a temporary parking pass, how many people asked for questions, whatever it may be. And there was some weeks that nobody was stopping because they were going in entrance 2 or 1 that doesn't have a guard booth on it. The new design of the campus, we just completed phase 1 of our master plan for Westchester, and the additional phase 2 and phase 3 has some roadways being redone, and one of these 2 entrances, 1 and 2, being closed, and everybody would come in a second entrance. And the original plans had a guard booth at that entrance. So if we do get 2 entrances with 2 guard booths, I probably will put somebody in the guard booth 24 hours a day. That's my plan. I just got to come up with the money for it. Yes.
What do you believe personally the variance in crime that actually happens on campus versus what is reported actually is? How big do you think that discrepancy between the occurrence of crime and it actually being reported by students is, in your experience?
I think lately the number has been pretty accurate. I knew 5 years ago we didn't get all the crimes reported to us that occurred on campus. Again, I mentioned to you rumors. You can't do much with a rumor. An RA may come and say, I've heard somebody was assaulted or there was something that happened in the room. But again, you can only do so much with a rumor. But now that if an RA finds out about it, they'll come to us, or if a student comes to an RA and says, look, I'm telling you something as a friend. Now the RA still has to come and tell us now. So they no longer have the discretion to say, I can't come, I can't, I'm not going to say anything. So I believe that the true numbers of what we're getting on campus, the crimes, I believe that the numbers are accurate as far as on campus. We still don't get a lot of stuff that happened off campus. Yes.
But that goes for faculty and staff too, right? Like, let's say a student went to a faculty
Yes.
conference, they would have to report it.
Yes. Faculty, staff, anybody that works in OSA, gym personnel, anybody. Again, the only one is, well, is the